Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're back over on the Celestial Hypergene account to take a look at the Abyssal Expedition. I've finally got everything that's required to get to Duke. I've just got to get one more relic made and then we can claim that, which is really nice, getting all the rewards from the event. Then also I'm going to talk a little bit about getting those last few requirements. The main ones being the 150 something damage that you need to do on the boss, and also capturing a level 8 town, which are the two hardest ones to do basically in that last title to be able to get the final reward. So let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I want to look at is the team I used to beat this. I'll show you where my relics are at. So I went for Ranger and support on this account from the start. The other thing I want to mention before we get into it, I joined a very good guild on this account, being Cloud, and like they absolutely dominated. The guys were fantastic. If we can go to the leaderboard, maybe we ended up 11th, which is pretty decent, I think, anyway, looking at the leaderboards. So these guys definitely did, like, I wasn't the first one getting things done. Just full disclaimer, I was just the guy at the back, plus I didn't have the time to invest into it heavily. On my other accounts, I'm still struggling. It's just the time investment for these. Next time they do something like this, if they do, I'll probably only do it on 1 or maybe 2 accounts, just because I feel bad that I haven't been able to fully invest myself into every account. So that's just the disclaimer at the start. But now I wanted to go into my blessed relics. So as you can see, I worked on the Ranger and the support. So with only 3 relics in the Ranger, I was able to get that 150, we're going to call it million, I think it was million damage, or whatever it was. The 150, we were able to get that with only the 3 relics into the Ranger tree. The actual team I used, if we go over here and we'll just go, actually we'll have to abandon one to actually check it, so I'll be right back. Okay, so while we wait for that one to be abandoned, we'll go ahead and make our last blessed relic, which I'm just going to make this one here because it's cheaper. For damage wise, I probably want to go one of these, but let's go ahead and take this one. I have been using obviously Tailene, which is fantastic, so an extra 61% attack on that is not too bad. Let's go ahead and combine all, confirm gear. Sweet, and that should be the last. Hello game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I counting correctly? Okay, maybe it's got some lag. I was really hoping we were going to collect collect that in this video. So the team I ended up using against Mr. Tentacle Man, there it goes. It refreshed. It refreshed. There we go. We can complete. Duke, promote. Nice. Prince, got it. Get them 20 faction, the 20 stargaze, and the dust really helps as well. Can we promote? Okay, we get the error. Didn't know it was there, so I wanted to click it. So the team I used against Mr. Tentacle Face was gonna be, if we just go to the formation, it was actually, I did use Gwyneth at Elite Plus. I used Rowan in the middle. And with those 3 Ranger relics, I actually ended up with like 154. So I just got over the mark with it. I also threw in the Leica for the haste buff because you really want to get that damage out as quick as possible. Then we had in there the Cecilia. Cecilia is just really good for reducing the damage of the Cecilia's just good. She had good burst as well, which was really solid. So just an all-round great unit. And then the final one that I did have in there was actually not the Tailene, it was the Iron. So I went with the big Ranger bonus with the 3-2 faction, and this is how I actually got enough damage to do it. Obviously, you're going to get the attack buff from Rowan, you're going to get the defense break from Leica, the haste from Leica. Gwyneth can just shred damage if she gets some flaming arrows. Cecilia, like I said, reducing attack, but also just some really good single target damage. And then Iron as well, just for his damage and because he's ascended and all that good stuff. But that is the team I actually used to beat the Tentacle Phase guy with the damage required. I feel like once you get if you wait out a bit longer and you like max out one of these mythic trees, one of the damage ones, I feel like you should be fine with just about anything really. I definitely think you want to go ranger or maybe mage. I'm working on mage on some of my other accounts, so we'll see how that pans out. But ranger was definitely good. You've just got a lot of good synergies in the ranger tree to be able to do that. So that's the way I went with it. I did try when I only had one one mythic relic up here, and I could only get like about 95. So I just had to wait for a couple more relics, then managed to do it. So that's probably where you're going to be at. If you can't do it yet, just wait for a few more. But like I said, the ranger tree, just with that Leica and the Cecilia, both really nice, and also the Gwyneth. And then I used the Euron. I was considering using the Titus as well, but I just ended up going with Euron for the faction bonus. But so the next thing I want to look at is the level 8 town, which are these big ones. Now this one was tough. I had to do one by myself because I just wanted to get it done, and I was playing, and I just made a path to one that no one else was near, because you'll find that a lot of them get cluttered. Try and hit up your teammates and just ask them to abandon one so that you can get it, because everyone wants to help everyone else out. The thing with these is I'm pretty sure they operate the same. I didn't actually do it with mine, so I don't want to say it's 100%, but normally from the other ones, like the first one of these level ones, whatever level they are, I think those are level 7. The first level 7 one I captured was due to a teammate attacking the first enemy for me, and then I attacked the second one. So I'm fairly certain with these ones, you're going to be able to get an ally to attack one of the enemies, and then you can attack the others. I don't know how it works out, whether they can attack 2 and you attack the third. It'll take some playing around. If anyone knows, leave it in a comment and I'll pin it in a comment. If you can let your allies attack 2 of the bosses and then you attack the last one to capture it, that would be awesome. Just let me know and we'll pin the comment just so everyone can check there. But basically, if you want to do it by yourself, there's a few things to consider with this. So up the top here in the middle, it has a faction, and that's the faction you're going to want to have your main damage dealer and as many of your heroes as possible from. So this one you can see is Graveborn. All non-Graveborn heroes lose 50% health and are stunned for 5 seconds when attacked at the beginning of the battle, and have their attack ratings reduced by 30%. So it makes other heroes really not too strong. So the one that I captured by myself was actually a Lightbearer's one. If we look at my heroes, so you're going to want to have, hopefully you're going to want to try and find one with the faction that you have a lot of heroes of. For most people, it's going to be Lightbearers, Wilders, or Graveborn. I think not many people are going to go for Maulers. Pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of Maulers. Not many people have had a lot built. Not really focusing on them, I don't think. But so for me I had Ranger Tree and Support Tree built. So I was like, how can I actually get through this? I found one that was Lightbearers. So I knew I had Cecilia as a main damage dealer, and I had Gwyneth as a main damage dealer. And besides that, I had Forks as well, who isn't a huge damage dealer, but he's still decent. So the way I ended up working it was, if I just go over here to one that I can attack, I'll show you the 3 sort of teams that I used. If we go attack, because this has 3 teams. Okay, so the teams that I ended up using were, one of them was Taylene based. So if you have an Elite Plus Taylene, she's fantastic for this because she takes that 50% damage at the start. So anyone else that took damage is then going to heal up at the start from that damage that they took. They're still going to be stunned for 5 seconds, which sucks, but it's not bad. Actually, let's just go through a few heroes. Then healers are really nice, especially something like a Namora, even if she's off the faction. For me, like I was doing Lightbearers, put a Namora in a team, she gets stunned, have my Lightbearer at the front, soak up some of the damage, and then once she comes back, hopefully she can mind control. She's got CC, she's got the ult. Same with Tassie. Tassie's handy, you got the CC. Basically, if you've got a hero that is going to get stunned, you want them to have a heal or a CC or something that's really going to benefit your team. Rowan is just fantastic because he's got the potions. He's always going to help out too. Wukong, strangely, even though he's on a tree that I hadn't really maxed out, he was really nice because the stun at the start is actually going to give him a free clone from the start. So not too bad. I still put him in the back row just so he clones and sort of stays in the back for a little bit. But basically, the teams I ended up using, and I can't remember the exact full teams, but one of them was using Taylene and using Forks. So Forks basically is that sort of ranger who I had the most relics on, to sit up the front, soak damage in one of the tank spots, Tailene to take damage and get healed, and then I put some, I remember I did have Pharrellin as like my secondary main damage dealer, so that once he came out of the stun, he was going to use CC and Fear, and then his ult was doing a lot of damage just because he's from the ranger tree. So that was the core for my first one when I was going for light bearers. The second one was about Gwyneth, which I then took in with Gwyneth, the Leica, and I actually put the Rosaline in on this one as, the Rosaline in on this one as well, just so that Rosaline could soak it up. And this was one of the ones, so Leica was in the back. This is one that I put Wukong in. I tried him in the back at the start, but then I just needed something to soak up the front against the enemies that I had. So that was the main formation. I can't remember the last hero in it, but that one I had Gwyneth as that main damage dealer to go ahead and chunk out enemies. And then the final team that I ended up using, if we look at it, was going to be Cecilia. So Cecilia started back row. Didn't really matter. She deletes people. Then we had Rowan in the front row as well. Rowan in front row, just because he was light bearers, he didn't get stunned, and his ult could hit the back row, which was really fantastic. And then in that team as well, just as like a secondary hero, I had Titus starting from the back as well, just being a ranger. I actually had it this way so that he was behind Rowan and protected while he was stunned, and then obviously the Cecilia is doing damage. Rowan's there. The other two didn't matter too much. Between the Cecilia and Rowan, I was able to get it done. But that is the basic type of thinking that I did. And then basically, I just put rangers and support in the remaining slots, just because they were tankier due to the stats that they give from the relics. So that is pretty much how we managed to do it. What we might do is, you know what, we may do a few summons on this account. Actually, let's do the Stargaze. Let's see if we can get some twins. We got those cards. Let's change this. Ooh. We forgot to do the single pull at the start of the video. So you'll see this at the end of the video, but you'll also see it at the start because I'll edit it in. Single pull for the giveaway. Rip. Better luck next time. We will get one eventually, and if it goes too long, I will just do a giveaway. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, let's do a couple Stargaze. Let's go do a couple 10 pulls. See if we can get some more twins. Where are they? There we go. Twins, yes. Now, I did pull a twins off some singles that I got from doing faction towers, so I don't like my chances of getting them. But you know what? I will definitely take 3 faction cards. Like, I'm not going to shy away from that. I'd probably rather that than the twins, to be honest. That wasn't bad. Okay, that one was trash. But hey, 3 faction cards from 1 pool ain't bad. Let's take a look. Please give me, I haven't got a Saurus yet on this account. I just want 1. Tassie, I've got heaps of Tassies now. I think she's ready to go 1-star. Gwyneth and a Hogan. Actually, I'm really looking at investing in Gwyneth on this account anyway. I think that's my 5th Gwyneth, so not too bad. I got some diamonds saved up. I think we're gonna save because I want to go ahead and do. Yeah, we're gonna save the diamonds. We're gonna save the diamonds because I want to do summons just to avoid the problem that I've got with the Resonating Crystal, which I need more Ascended Heroes to be able to increase the level cap on the Resonating Crystal. But anyway, that's the side fact. That is going to be it for the Abyssal Expedition, guys. Hopefully you can all get to that Prince title and get all the rewards because they're really handy. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.